Hi there, I'm Mark from the Body Mechanic, and I'm going to show you a couple of exercises you can do to help prepare your body for the ultra trail course. So running in the mountains like the ultra trail requires a lot of strength in your quad muscles and your calf muscles. So your calf muscles work quite hard when you're running up a hill, and your quad muscles work much like a brake when you're running down a hill to stop you from going too fast. They need to be strong, and if you don't have access to lots of hills in your training area, then these two exercises will help prepare both your quads and your calves for a course like the ultra trail. To strengthen your quad muscles, we want to try and teach them to be able to work like brakes, or lengthen the muscles, or absorb the shock when you're running down a hill. So one really good exercise for that is jumping squats. So like a normal squat, so standing, arms out in front, feet about shoulder width apart. We're after the bum going backwards, so not your knees going forward, we want the bum going back first. So it's like you're sitting in a chair, sitting down, do a squat, and on the second one, jump. And it's the soft landing when you're jumping, which is using your quad muscles like a shock absorber. So if you're not used to this type of exercise, build into it slowly. So maybe start with a set of 10, so 10 jumps, and then just see how your legs feel the next day. And then every day or every other day you can gradually just increase the number that you do. To take it one step further, you can stand on a bench or stand on something about a couple of feet high, gradually build the distance up as you get stronger, or the height up. The idea with this is just having a nice, soft and quiet landing. So you jump, and then you're trying to absorb the shock with your quads. So it should be a really nice soft landing, not a really heavy landing. So jump and land. Do one more. Jump and land. And again, start with a set of 10 or a set of 15, and then just gradually build up the volume or the number of sets you do as your quads cope. Okay, so now for the calf muscles. The reason the calf muscles take a lot of stress when you're running in the hills is that your heel has to drop lower than the level of your toe. So when you're running up a hill, your heel comes quite low in comparison to where your toe is. So if you're running on the flat, your heel would finish there, but with that extra drop, you've got to be able to strengthen the calf muscle and the Achilles through that extra range of movement. That's why if you run up a long hill or a really steep hill, then your calves normally end up sort of burning during it, and also pulling up pretty stiff and pretty sore the next day. So a really good way to start strengthening them. Again, the most specific way is run up hills, but if you don't have access to enough hills or big enough hills, then you can start off with jumping, but on a slope. So what we're doing with the jump is we're jumping up and down like a skipping sort of movement, so with a nice light jump in high cadence, landing on the ball of your foot, but aiming to get your heel to come down and touch the ground. So if I just do a few there, nice and light landing, and it's using your calf like a rubber band or a spring is what we're after. And you could start off with a set of about 100 jumps. That'll give your calves a fairly hard time already. The way to progress it is either do more jumps, or if you feel like you're strong enough and you don't have any issues with ITB problems and hip pain, then it could be hopping. So if you're hopping, that's really running specific. So if you're able to hop on one foot, that's better still, because then you're also strengthening the muscles around the hip and the pelvis as well, which is what you need for safely running up and down hills. So give both those exercises a go, and if you've got any questions, just give us a call at the clinic.